So it does need to be filled out on the edges. And let's just do it to start with, see how the performance goes. Look for lighting bugs. Look for lighting bugs. Not lightning bugs, but lighting bugs. Oh, there's a... No, that's not a lighting bug. That's like a little gap. Don't see anything wrong. Probably didn't help performance very much, though. Because we still have the hole under the ground. So height field, fill, light. Light is now smaller than fill, so we did speed it up a bunch. But I bet we can speed it up more by doing the underside as well. Highest Z to lowest Z. More by doing the underside. I bet we can speed it up more. We did speed it up a bunch. Light. Light is now smaller than fill, so we did fill, light. Light is now smaller than fill, so we did speed it up a bunch. But I bet we can speed it up more by doing the underside as well. Highest Z to lowest Z. Now, if the terrain doesn't stay solid, if you start doing tunnels under it, like Minecraft, then this is not going to be a speed up. So it might be a wasted effort, but round, solid bottom. So solid bottom is solid bottom equals STB max. This is actually going into the neighbors too, interestingly. So maybe that prevents the neighbor problem as well with the lighting. That should be min. So anything below this is definitely solid. And we don't currently make any holes, so I don't have to update that anywhere. And then here we can say for Z seg times Z segment size is less than solid bottom. And we also do not need to fill it out correctly. Yep, now light's down even smaller. And now let's see if I can do this thing, which is I want to set it to 255 around the edges, but I don't need to set it in the middle. I need to set it on the edges in case the neighbor needs it, but I can just leave it undefined in the middle. We'll see if that's true. So memset GCP lighting of J. How do I want to do this? No, I need all of the columns. So I need that. Is that right? No, it should be columns. Yeah. So lighting of 0. Segment size. both sides. And then do the same thing on this one. And we're replacing that with it. So we'll just leave the memory uninitialized because it should never get rid. That's the theory. This becomes light as well. But I don't know if that's right. Nope, I always got something wrong there. Giant undefined regions show as giant undefined regions. So I'd probably broken the lighting when I set them all to 255. I was probably not getting shadows in there and just didn't notice. Don't know why it only happens on some sides and not on others. It's odd. I guess that's how big a gen chunk is. There's something about it. So if I zero this, let's check if the shadows are missing from those. Yeah. You can see all the shadows are missing here. It's a little confusing once the lighting direction takes effect, but from this angle it's really obvious. Okay, so why is that logic wrong? Is it only that part of the logic that's wrong? Yeah. Okay, so it's the solid bottom logic that's wrong. Solid bottom. Bottom. Okay, so it's the solid bottom logic. Okay, so it's the solid bottom logic that's wrong. Solid bottom. So solid bottom is the lowest ground top anywhere in the area. Lowest. Anything lower than that has to be solid. So if the entire chunk, if we go to the top of the chunk, plus 1 times z segment size, and that's below the solid bottom, then it should never be accessed. And so it shouldn't matter what we set it to. But we could definitely set it to solid instead of to hollow. Which might affect the adjacent guys, but it shouldn't affect the whole thing like we were saying. Nope, it still does. That was why there were the edge columns. Okay, why does that test not work? What's wrong with that test? We're processing this segment. So we look at the start of the next segment. If the start of the next segment is below the region where everything is solid, then we can set the lighting to solid 0. And edit actually makes things non-solid, so I do need to, but it's clearly not the edit case that's triggering this, but I do need to do something with set that. Wait. Why am I using solid bottom, not GC arrow? Lowest Z. Did I ever set that? I never set it. Although it should still be the same anyway. So why would this not be right? I don't know. I don't understand. What's going on? Help me. What? Find the min and the max. Oh, there you go. Alright, looks good. Has shadows. And then let's look at the performance. Light, still significant, still could be optimized. But fill is now dominant. And light is way cheaper than height field now, even though that's the sped up height field, which means we've probably made this a lot faster. So let's check that in. Let's look at fill real quick. And then let's see how long it takes to fill in the far terrain now. It's still gonna be too slow, but it'll be faster. All right. So the fill. All right. All right. So the fill. The fill is this part. Still calling big noise. What happens if we make it not called big noise? I think that's not a big deal. It's probably all the bilurps. It's probably just everything, actually. Oh, there's no ore anymore. And something is relying on there being non-zero amounts of ore, it looks like. Why did I exit? That was dumb. So one thing is that the places where I intentionally built on ore are no longer built on ore, because there's not, the ore isn't being generated in the same place anymore. So that one doesn't operate, because it's not built on ore. The destroyer can still operate. It doesn't rely on ore. Oh, did I hit the same thing? Nope. Huge hack to keep track of ore for now. Probably generating too much ore. I probably, this thing is probably huge now. Oh, this is not getting profiled. This is a huge hack, so. Next, Ojai. I'm not allowed to look at next Ojai? Why can't I look at next Ojai? Oh, I'm in release. So that's probably generating too much ore. Look, we only handle 500,000, but I think it's SB, the Udict overflowed anyway. Anyway, what was the performance like? Or did it crash before I could see the performance? Oh yeah, I could have been tracking how many jobs we're running, because we're now up to 250 jobs. Yeah, fill is still dominant. So bilinear interpolate, wait, bilinear interpolate, commutate fill delta, skip that. Not much more I can skip in this though. Oh wait, no, this is height field step. No. My bad. Sorry. This is height field step. This isn't affecting anything. Fill step is next. This is fill step. And the main thing is that it's stepping over every single thing. Again, it could use the lowest, highest clipping. Never visible if these are true. So we can do something simpler, but it might still be too slow because we're just mem-setting a ton of memory here. Backwards. It's greater than highest Z. Lowest Z. And set speed arrow block I. BT empty. Z segment size. So I don't know if this is really any faster because it's just touching all the same memory. Because this is still only looping over this many things. It's computing a bunch of stuff, but it's probably dominated by the mem sets. I at least get to skip mem copying the rotate field. I don't have to initialize the rotate field in this one. I'll just set an arbitrary. It doesn't matter what object I set because you can never see it. At least in theory. Field is now cheaper than height field, so I think we sped it up a bit. Did I break anything? Do I see any stone where it shouldn't be? Looks okay. You know, this is not going to help the worst cases. Like, once you actually like build crazy shapes, you're just going to fill stuff up. Oh, the flying physics is blowing up because my frame rate is dying or something. Oh, it's the ore again. Why is this? Didn't I switch it back? I thought I switched it back. Big noise. It switched back. Or where's that? It's in logistics. Or count. If or count plus plus. What is or pending? Do I ever actually? Oh, okay, yeah. I see. This puts it in, but this puts it in the dict. Why is there an array? This list fetching from an array. Indexed by or processed catching up to or pending. So or pending should be putting in an array. It is. So what is this dict for? What? Why? Alright, it is actually used. So I can't not update it. I just don't understand why. I don't know what's going on there, but I'll just work around it for now. It seems like it's creating a separate record for every or. Okay, now some of my workers aren't doing any work. Which doesn't make any sense at all. And the tops of these trees, the lighting is busted. Yeah, some of our workers have gotten stuck because I did. You know, this is not going to help the worst stuff up. Oh, flying physics is blowing up because my frame rate is dying or something. Oh, it's the or again. Something. Oh, it's the or again. Why is this? Didn't I switch it back? I thought I switched it back. Big noise. It switched back. Or where's that? It's in logistics. Or count. If or count plus plus. What is or pending? Can I ever actually? Oh, okay, yeah. I see. This puts it in, but this puts it in the dict. Why is there an array? This list fetching from an array. Indexed by or processed catching up to or pending. So or pending should be putting in an array. It is. So what is this dict for? What? Why? Alright, it is actually used. So I can't not update it. I just don't understand why. I don't know what's going on there, but I'll just work around it for now. It seems like it's creating a separate record for every or. It seems like it's creating a separate record for every or. Okay, now some of my workers aren't doing any work. Which doesn't make any sense at all. And the tops of these trees, the lighting is busted. Yeah, some of our workers have gotten stuck because I did this. Oh, because I never unlocked the mutex. So, is the lighting still busted? Yes, it is. Okay, so I broke the lighting. The trees are not updating the top correctly. Looks like. High C. Oh, they probably update ground top instead of updating high C. No, high C, leaf bottom. The max. No, not leaf bottom, leaf top. Idiot. Nobody called me on that. Alright, here we go. Alright, here we go. It can take a long time to come. It can take a long time to come back up to speed. I can't really put a number on it. Have to figure out what things we're doing, why things interact. You can see some of that on the stream where I'm like, I don't understand why this works this way, and I'm very confused for a long time. Why is that flying? Well, my frame time is spiking. Why is my frame time spiking so high? Oh, because I'm drawing out. It can take a long time to come back up to speed. I can't really put a number on it. Have to figure out what things we're doing, why things interact. You can see some of that on the stream where I'm like, I don't understand why this works this way, and I'm very confused for a long time. Why is that flying? Why is that flying? Well, my frame time is spiking. Why is my frame time spiking so high? Oh, because I'm drawing out to the distance and my GPU is not keeping up these days for some reason, I think. Or something. Something's going wrong there.